For the last decade and a half, Bangladesh has been the brightest spot in India's regional diplomacy efforts. A steady partner at a time when New Delhi's ties with its neighbours have clashed with Beijing's own efforts to make inroads in South Asia. But while Bangladesh under Sheikh Hasina did engage with China, she kept India closer, with New Delhi gladly reciprocating.
क्योंकि हमारी सरकार के तीसरे कार्यकाल में प्रधानमंत्री शेख हसीना जी हमारी पहली स्टेट गेस्ट है.
Hasina's critics in Dhaka had long accused New Delhi of propping up a corrupt and undemocratic regime. India has long denied this charge, but the claim gained significance when it gave Hasina refuge after her ousting from power. Experts say Hasina's presence in India will make engaging with Bangladesh's leadership tricky.
Depends on how India behaves.
Already, politicians, human rights groups and Bangladeshi citizens are calling on India to extradite Hasina to Dhaka, calling her the people's enemy and saying she should be on trial for murder and genocide.
Now the question is whether there will be further inflaming the situation by keeping Sheikh Hasina in India. So the government's position as of now, what I have seen, is to give time to India to recalibrate, come up with a policy that would help to work together in a dignified manner as an equal partner and with respecting the sovereignty of Bangladesh as well as its own domestic politics should be its own domestic politics and internal affairs.
Riva Ganguly Das served as India's High Commissioner to Bangladesh in 2019. She says New Delhi is aware it has its work cut out for it.
I feel this is the time when diplomacy has to work overtime to build trust, to build confidence between the two countries so that we can move ahead on the very, very large areas in which we have been cooperating till now. And where we've had a substantive success.
Ambassador Ganguly also plays down the anti-India sentiment prevailing in Bangladesh and says the bilateral economic relationship, with trade at over $15 billion per year, is a fact that Dhaka will not and cannot ignore. Analysts say any deterioration of ties with its neighbour will only harm Dhaka and that this is a relationship that the interim government needs to nurture carefully. Hasina's links to India predate her 15-year rule, and New Delhi's ties to Dhaka are as old as Bangladesh itself. India's war memorial strikes at the heart of this relationship with Bangladesh that is closely linked to Sheikh Hasina's family. In 1971, India fought a war with Pakistan to help liberate Bangladesh from its rule. Not just military support, India also took in millions of refugees. Bangladesh's founding father, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, who's also Sheikh Hasina's father, later said that Dhaka would never forget India's assistance. But observers in Bangladesh say this special historical relationship no longer guarantees New Delhi special treatment. The new government in Dhaka will be seeking to broaden its regional engagements and could look to China or Pakistan, both of which have ongoing border disputes with India.
Given the relationship between China and Pakistan, that nexus operating in our neighborhood, which is, so close to us, cannot be good news for us.
But Bangladeshi experts warn India needs to move beyond past ties, and some are even calling for a complete reassessment of its ongoing engagements and projects with New Delhi.
And given circumstances, there should be a review of these agreements, and India should be prepared to sit and talk about it and figure out what is just and respectful for both. It's not only Bangladesh.
If and when elections happen next, experts say it is quite likely that former Prime Minister Khaleda Zia's Bangladesh Nationalist Party will come back to power. Zia's tenure from 1999 to 2004 also coincided with the lowest phase of bilateral ties between New Delhi and Bangladesh. It's a new chapter for Bangladesh and its people. And as many there want to erase Sheikh Hasina and her family's legacy, experts agree New Delhi must also find a way to push the reset button on bilateral ties. Neha Punia, CNA, New Delhi.